Hi, everybody. Welcome to the, I believe, 17th episode of Movies with My Mother. I, of course, am Lexi.
I'm Lori.
And today we watched Wristcutters, a love story.
Aww.
From 2006, directed by Goran Dukic? Maybe. And I'm sorry I butchered your name, sir.
Yes, if I could remember any of my Russian, I would be able to pronounce
Yeah, I don't know any of it. It clocked in at about an hour and a half long. It definitely was not as bad as you thought it would be, was it?
Not at all. I thought another movie that I thought, oh, I don't really want to watch this, but it turned out all right.
Yeah, it's a sweet movie.
Yes, it really is. It's truly a love story for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day coming up in like a week.
Yeah.
I said that to the girl at the hair salon today, and she was just like, "Oh my god, you're right."
Yeah, because isn't today like the 5th?
Yeah,
Wow.
9 shopping days, guys.
Yeah, guys, get out there. Don't wait till the last minute.
They like jewelry,
Yeah, jewelry's good. Purses.
fancy purses,
Fancy.
fine leather goods.
Very fine leather goods. Treat yourself.
The wise Don Amigo.
Yeah.
This movie got 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it was certified fresh. 62 on Metacritic and 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised at those scores when I, was dreading the movie. Because, I never look at the trailer that you put out.
Right.
And I don't look at anything on the internet except about the director and the cast and things like that. I try not to know anything about it. And I was surprised that those were pretty high numbers.
Yeah. For a movie that really kind of went under the radar.
Way under the radar, considering it had a $1 million budget.
Yeah.
And it made $400,000.
Domestic gross was 446,000 and some change.
Yeah, ouch.
Worldwide gross was 454,000.
Yikes.
So it did not fare well.
Anywhere.
No.
But this is another movie. I mean, I think it was sadly named. Maybe if it was named something different. I don't know. But
Well, I don't know. I don't. What would you name it though?
Exactly, because
Suicides Are Us.
Yes, because the novella, the short story that it was made for was Neller's Happy Campers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a misnomer name too.
And apparently there was a graphic novel version
Yes.
called Pizzeria Kamikaze.
Okay. And isn't there real Kamikaze Pizza? Isn't that a real place?
I don't think so.
Okay.
In the movie there was.
Yeah, I know. He worked there. If you want to call picking up pizza off the floor, that.
I I also like how even though you're dead but alive in this wasteland purgatory, you still have like bathroom functions.
Yeah, I wondered about that. No, nobody else was going to the bathroom but him.
They on the road trip they stopped a few times. All of them were going.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So
and his roommate was pissed because he had pissed on the seat. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
That is awful.
So the basic plot, just kind of boiling it down a little bit, is that a young man is navigating his way through life after death in a strange purgatory for suicide victims. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay. The novella that you mentioned,
Uh-huh.
Neller's Happy Campers, was written by author Edgar Carret.
Yes. Israeli?
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder if that's why Zia's name was Zia, because that's not really a popular men's name in American culture. And he
No.
was very white bread.
Very. Extremely. Yes. I think kind of all of them were, except the Russian guy who was...
Crazy?
Yeah. He was more kind of gypsy-ish.
Yeah, and that's the music that he was playing. The character is based off of a singer from a band called Go Gold Bordello.
Okay.
And I think they describe themselves as like gypsy punk.
Oh, I did read that somewhere.
So,
yes.
I think that's what he was trying to do with
Then he
Eugene's
succeeded.
band. Yeah.
He succeeded very well because I do remember now reading something about the Gypsy Band.
Yeah.
And he is very definitely, he just seemed, and the whole family sticking together even after death.
Yeah.
That seems very gypsy-ish.
And very Eastern European.
Yes, very, very.
This movie has a bunch of names in it, and little names, big names. There's all sorts of names in this movie.
Yes.
Patrick Fugit is Zia.
Yes, I read that.
He played the Cameron Crowe type role in the movie Almost Famous.
Oh,
with
okay.
Kate Hudson and all those people. Shannon Sussman, Shea Wiggum, Tom Waits, the singer.
Yes.
Tom Waits, Will Arnett, and Leslie Bibb. Those are the big names. There are a bunch of little people in here that, like, they're also, kind of big names too in what they do. Abraham Benrubi was Zia's roommate Eric. He was the tough kind of bully guy Kubiak on Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Okay.
And then he was on like ER or Chicago Hope, one of those hospital shows for a long time. Mark Boone Jr., the Mechanic Mike guy.
Yes.
He was most recently on Sons of Anarchy.
Oh my goodness.
Clayne Crawford, who I don't exactly know who he was in the movie. He is best known for being the character Martin Riggs on the Lethal Weapon television show for like one season. Because all of that went to his head. He started acting recklessly and was just being a dick. And yeah, he wasn't asked back.
Oh, okay.
And Nick Offerman was the cop with the
blown out head.
Yeah. And the guy that you couldn't figure out in the convenience store, you kept saying it was, oh God, Tom Wilson of Back to the Future fame. It was not. Do you know who it was?
No.
Jake Busey.
No.
Yeah, you couldn't tell by those teeth?
No. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Clayne Crawford, I think, was the partner of Mike.
Okay.
Wasn't he?
Maybe.
I think the face.
I wouldn't know him to look at him.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is crazy.
Speaking of Mechanic Mike's boyfriend. Hey.
Oh, she's trying to operate the keyboard again, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our technical operator, Tallulah, was just trying to help.
Yes.
We don't need help. Sorry, babe. Did you notice that he kept making those weird, like, motions with his mouth?
Yes, he had a tick of some sort.
Yeah.
I wondered exactly what that was about.
Well, I only know this because Justin mentioned it the other day when we were watching stuff. I don't remember what we were watching, but he said that people that abuse opioids tend to do that thing with their mouth. Just kind of moving their jaw like it's like a floating jaw.
Okay.
So maybe there was some opioids involved there or something. Sorry.
I don't know. Okay. I didn't know that. Why would Justin know something like that?
Well, he kind of works in the hood, so he sees some things.
He doesn't work in the hood compared to where I work. Yeah, and I like this lady named Azure Sky.
She, the girl that cast herself.
Yes.
I think she is a beautiful woman. She's not in a lot of stuff, but when she is, she's beautiful.
Azure Sky. That's her
stage name. Her real name is like Azure Dawn something or other.
Yeah, I checked that out.
Yeah.
I just thought, I gotta look at someone who's named that.
Yeah. What I wrote down, what I didn't mention during the film is that Shannon Sussman was at the forefront of stupid baby names. She is the lady that named her son Audio Science.
Oh no. Who is this again?
The main character girl.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Audio Science Clayton, born in 2003.
Ugh.
Yeah, and apparently she has a second son that was born in 2011 named Mortimer Kaufman. So,
wow. And you think Alexis is a bad name?
I'm telling you.
Or Blythe. Yeah, okay.
It doesn't get much more stereotypical than Mortimer Kaufman.
Right.
Good Lord.
Morty, come here.
Yeah, ain't already here.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And
but who Who says who names their children?
Well,
I mean,
audio science is a dumb name.
well, that is kind of a
Apple is a dumb name.
right. We've talked about that.
White children with blue eyes named Moses it's a bad name.
Right. That is true.
The soundtrack, and I know that you probably didn't catch up on that, or you didn't pick up on that. Sorry. Was a lot of songs done by people who have committed suicide.
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. I only know the one offhand, and it was when they're sitting in the bar and Love Will Tear Us Apart is playing in the background by Joy Division. The singer Ian Curtis had killed himself like right after the record was cut, and like a day before the song just blew up.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. It also has an arrangement of the song Gloomy Sunday, which I know as the Hungarian suicide song.
Why? Why would it be that?
Because apparently the people that wrote it had untimely ends, and people that have sang it have had untimely ends.
Oh, a cursed song. Huh?
Yeah, it is a big urban legend. People are saying that it is not. It's a lot of just coincidental stuff.
Yeah.
But they say that you hear that song, you want to play that song, you sing that song, you're gonna die.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't know what it is, so then I won't be listening to it.
When I looked it up, there were hundreds of versions of it.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Recent versions. Marianne Faithfull did a version in the early aughts.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. Like people Mel Torme
Okay.
did it.
Okay, now I'm going to have to listen to that.
Yeah.
Mel Torme.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my.
Like we said, it didn't get a lot of love at the box office, but several film festivals recognized it as Best Picture.
Right, and it got positive reviews, yet it went almost immediately to cult favorites.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. I mean, is it because the topic of suicide is persona non grata or something like that?
Possibly.
Okay.
Maybe that's something that we're still not ready to talk about in polite society.
Sure, absolutely.
But again, it's a sweet movie. If you sit down and watch it, we're gonna spoil the shit out of it. So
yeah, and
it's up to you.
And it has a happy ending.
It does have a happy ending, but
as far as I'm concerned, it has a happy ending.
Right, but I will say though that it's not often that different sexes are placed in the same hospital room.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But then I thought, well, maybe they're still like in the ER and the curtain just wasn't drawn.
Oh, like that little triage area?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But he was all bandaged up and the doctor was talking to his parents.
Right.
So...
And as, we knew from the movie, his parents weren't right by near where he lived. So,
right.
It had to have some time. But yeah, that was odd. But, fate is a strange thing.
Yeah. I like the Bermuda Triangle under the car seat.
I wanted to go down there myself.
Did he literally just threw stuff down? Like he just down constantly every time he was handed something.
Yes.
And did you see anything about the cigarettes that Eugene was smoking?
No, the self-rolled cigarettes? Yeah. I did not.
Yeah. He had seen that the director carried a pouch of tobacco and rolled his own cigarettes. And he's just like, oh, my guy has to do that.
Okay.
So that's why that was in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Hand rolling cigarettes is so hard.
Yeah, and why? But,
it's
a lot of people still do that.
It's infinitely cheaper than packs of pre-rolled cigarettes.
Okay. Yeah.
I
sold a mess of cigarettes yesterday. They start at $8 a pack.
It's insane.
And that's for the no brand ones.
Right.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Just roll up a $1 bill and burn that between your lips.
You might as well.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's infinitely cheaper to roll your own.
Okay.
Because you can buy, a jar of tobacco for less than a couple packs of cigarettes. And
less than $100 for a carton?
Yeah. And, to roll it yourself. They make filters now that you can put in there. It's just, that sounds confusing. Also, smoking a filterless cigarette is gross.
Okay.
It's gross.
Well, when I was a kid, they didn't have anything but unfiltered cigarettes. So, it's only when people decided they needed to start getting healthy that they put filters on the cigarettes.
But I thought they were healthy.
Yes,
I thought they kept
are.
you slim and
yes.
sexy.
And sexy, yes.
And popular.
Popular, yes.
I never experienced that in all the years I smoked.
I've never smoked, so I don't know. So maybe that's why I've never been any of those things. Maybe I should take it up now.
Well, like I
Holy
said,
cow, $8 a pack for the no-brainers. No, thank you.
Yeah. I've had more lung trouble since I quit smoking than I did when I was smoking.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
Right, but, that's what I'm saying. It's just weird how that works.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That is craziness.
And I don't know how they keep running into McCall because she keeps going in opposite directions of them.
Yes.
Like, is it just like one roundabout place they're in? Just like a big circle?
Well, it must be because they kept passing the same garbage on the side of the road. It was just in a different spot.
Yeah, I thought that was just kind of to denote that
they weren't going anywhere.
Civilization had been there at some point, but it was long gone.
Yeah, and that they weren't going anywhere.
Right.
That's the message I got. But, to have Tom Waite be God.
Yeah.
What is that about?
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wondered, I was going to ask you if you had noticed that.
Well, yes,
When he's blowing the feathers off the file?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I have on my notes. I said, the first thing I said in my notes that it was that they were searching for God. They were looking for God. I really do believe that that's what the three of them were looking for.
Without knowing it?
Yes.
They had ulterior motives, but behind all that, they were just kind of looking for some kind of salvation?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly it. They'd been floundering for so long, and they wanted to find the right path. And the right path, in quotation marks, was to find God.
Okay.
Put a lot of thinking into this.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because as soon as they meet Tom Waits, little miracles happen. Eugene's headlights turn on.
Yes.
Her lit match flies up into the sky.
Yes.
One guy could levitate.
Mm-hmm. And he found the girl. He found who he thought he was looking for.
Right. Who turned out to be a crazy person?
Yeah. Well, I knew that from the very beginning, didn't you?
When I first watched it, no.
Oh, good grief, Lexi.
Because the first time I watched it, I'm just like, oh, she looks just kind of like a bitch. Probably thought she could do better.
Yeah.
Than white bread ass Zia.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out she was just completely a nut bar.
Yeah. Especially if she just jumped from the highest hospital bed or the hospital tower. That was just weird.
Well, it's because she heard the Messiah King calling her from the beyond.
Yes.
She heard his soul calling her.
Uh-huh.
I would think that the minute I heard that, the person I loved, I heard somebody else's soul calling to them and be like, yeah, I'm going to go over here now.
Yeah. I'm changing my name and my address.
Good luck.
I'm out.
This was a waste of a trip. Thank you.
But no, that's all part of it. He thought that she was the be all and end all, and yet he was standing right beside the woman.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of people are looking and looking and looking and not finding. They're not being satisfied.
But isn't that the woman you want to take home to mom? Hi, here's my ex-junkie girlfriend.
Yeah. That's another thing I wrote in the notes. They were all searching for something.
Yeah.
And I think it was nice because it's a little love story. It tells you right there in the title that they all found love.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
I thought that Eugene and Nanook were a good pair.
Yeah, they seemed to be right together.
Yeah.
Didn't understand the outfit she wore, but okay.
I think she just had a thing for slip dresses. That was the early aughts.
No, I'm talking about the fur hats.
Oh, well, when they're getting on the train and then Zia's kind of narrating after the fact. He's kind of doing the prologue or the epilogue. Epilogue. He says that they're going to the North Pole or wherever Nanook is from.
Right. Probably Cleveland. They had a boatload of snow in Cleveland yesterday,
Ugh.
so the other day.
Yeah.
So it kind of fits.
Yeah.
I think that actually we're kind of the North Pole right now.
Jesus
It
Christ.
is freezing.
Ooh, and I wore little shoes out today. And
Oh.
every chance I got, I stepped into some slush or some snow.
What were you thinking? And you probably didn't have any socks on.
No, of course I didn't.
Well, I didn't wear socks today either.
Well,
I really have nothing to say.
I kind of figured that everywhere I was going to be going would be a little more shoveled out.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know who the people are that are doing the shoveling right now, but wow.
Yeah.
What a rough job they've done.
Yeah. Oh, at work, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like half of the parking lot was unusable because in one corner there's a giant lump of snow blocking 4 or 5 parking spots.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it just isn't plowed.
Right. Or there's a strip right down the middle that's blocking every parking spot.
Yeah.
Because that's where they shove all the snow, is just right there.
Yeah.
You can drive down the street and look at the spots, but you can't get in them.
Yeah. It's rough.
I don't, yeah, this is kind of the first year I think I've ever noticed such poor shoveling business.
Well, I think this is I think we've gotten kind of used to not having like a ton of snow. Like this is the first real snowfall we've had
since last year.
No, I mean, we didn't have this much snow last year.
About the same time last year, we had that 8 or 10 inches.
Last year?
Yeah, or was that 2 years ago?
I think it was like 10 years ago.
No, when I first moved into the house. So that's only like two winters ago. We had that snow. I have pictures of it. I'll show you.
I don't remember. I remember that one like 10 years ago that was just awful.
Yeah, but we get snow every year.
Right, but the last few winters, even with having snow, it's been really mild, comparatively speaking.
I don't know. I mean, we've gotten the same amount of snow every year for years. So.
I just feel like
it just all didn't come in one day.
Right.
Okay.
Like it was spaced out more.
You know, and it's not like they didn't know this was coming. It's just like the ODOT. Why were the roads so bad? Oh, ODOT's on this. They're all prepared. Really? Really?
Friday morning when I was driving to work in the snow ruts, against my will, because I didn't want to call off another day, because I'm a baby and I don't want to drive in the snow, I saw like 6 or 8 plow trucks.
Not plowing?
Either not plowing or going in the complete opposite direction of me.
Huh.
I'm like,
yeah, I don't understand it.
And also, I took a different way to work Friday, and Central Avenue at Talmadge going westbound is so much clearer than Sylvania Avenue going westbound from Talmadge.
Interesting. I wonder why that would be.
I don't know, because it's like the same part of town.
Avenue, no, that would be Sylvania Township.
Yeah.
And Central Avenue would not be Sylvania Township. So that would be city.
I think at the park it is.
Oh, do you suppose the park took care of that?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know.
But it was immaculate.
Interesting.
And usually when I take Sylvania, I know when I leave Toledo because the roads get worse.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we only got a foot, for crying out loud. And it didn't all come like they said it would.
No.
It came in, spurts and fits in a matter of 2 days.
But I do think that it all had kind of to do with the road safety levels that were put in place. I don't think that they were timed appropriately. And I think that that's maybe part of why ODOT really couldn't be on top of it, because traffic was only restricted
in Toledo
to just be cautionary.
Right. In Toledo, people are never happy about
anything.
the levels that the sheriff puts on. Oh, you put it too high. The last time we had snow, they put it at a 4. Oh, it shouldn't have been a 4. It was blah, blah, blah. And then this time they only put it to a 2. Well, it should have been a 4. Oh, come on.
Well,
you want the job, run for it. Then you can make those decisions.
I feel like they put it at a 2 way too late, though. They put it at a level 2 at like 2:30 Thursday, when it had been snowing steadily all day.
All day, yeah.
And the roads were bullshit all day.
Yeah, it stopped raining on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Around 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Scraping my car out was real fun Friday morning.
Oh, yeah. Thank God I have a garage. I adore my garage.
And that's after Justin had cleaned it off a bit when he was out there.
Yeah, I know.
And I felt so bad. He went out Thursday afternoon and just busted his ass, and it looked fabulous. And he was getting ready to go to bed, and I don't know why, but I looked out the window, and you couldn't even tell
That he had shoveled
that he
anything.
had shoveled anything.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna be so pissed when you go out there.
Hey, thank you, Mother Nature.
Yeah,
It's craziness.
yeah,
It is, but that's okay. But it's cold.
yeah. I don't like. I want. I'm a real picky bitch. I want either blistering cold or snow. I don't want both.
Oh, yeah. That would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because I was out there trying to shovel my snow, and the wind was blowing, and the snow was falling. I thought, this is for the birds.
The girl that cuts my hair, she lives out in the country somewhere, and she said that the drifts were just so bad that she had been stuck at the end of her driveway for a little bit.
Oh dear.
Yeah. while her boyfriend watched from the windows.
Oh.
So I just rocked out of it, and it took a little time, but I made it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. And I don't have 4-wheel drive in this big ass car.
No.
That amazes me that it doesn't have 4-wheel drive.
No.
But I got along fine.
Well, you have to pay extra for that.
I know. Thought I paid extra for everything. But, I made it okay, and slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there. I told them at work, I'm going to get here. It may not be right on time, but I'll try my best.
I told my immediate supervisor Wednesday. I said, listen, I don't drive in the snow. I don't drive in deep snow. I don't like sliding. I don't like ice. I don't like being afraid. So if there is a lot of snow tomorrow, I will not be here.
I'm probably calling off tomorrow.
I'm just letting you know preemptively that I probably won't be here.
Should have just called off then. A lot of people called off then. There's a girl that walks and she called off, I mean, come on. You're walking. No, she came in. She was late, but she came in.
Yeah.
Craziness.
And I got up Friday morning and I'm looking outside. Just like the road in front of my house looked just as bad as it did Thursday morning when I got up and looked outside the window.
And as busy as that street is, I can't believe it.
Yeah. Oh, the westbound lane. Great. I turn right out of my driveway, so I go east.
Oh.
And it looked like garbage.
Wow.
And I'm just like, come on, dude. Everywhere I wanted to be. Not great.
We all need to go west. Go west, young man.
It's a Village People song, then covered by the Pet Shop Boys. I love both versions.
Okay.
Oh, it's a great song.
Well, thank you, Nando, for talking about Toledo's weather.
Yeah.
But back to the movie, and we had pizza.
Yes.
We did not have kamikaze pizza.
No.
Although my pizza did turn into a kamikaze.
Yes. Thank you to Luna.
Yes. She helped it just fly through the air and land right on the sofa.
And Mom's on the light-colored sofa, not the dark one.
Of course. Why would it have landed on the brown one when it could be on the beige one? So actually, we did have kamikaze pizza.
Yeah, I guess we made our own out of
Yes, and it was delicious.
and it was really good.
Lexi said to put some diced. She had a little jar of that diced up garlic.
Oh
and
yeah,
we spread that all over our pizza. I will never make a pizza at home without that diced up garlic.
Oh my god!
Wow!
And you know that you can get like that little jar at Kroger costs like $5.
Right.
You can go to the dollar store and get like tall jars.
They're
They're skinny, but they're tall for $1.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I usually buy my minced garlic there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will never make another pizza at home without that garlic. That was absolutely bad.
I didn't think it would be bad, but I didn't know it would be that good.
Right, absolutely.
Because who doesn't like a little bit of garlic?
Well, I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't, but
yeah,
and I don't use that jar stuff. I usually have a head of garlic in my kitchen somewhere, but dang, I'm gonna buy that and use that because
oh my
it was
God,
fabulous.
I use the crap out of that.
I know you do. You always have it in your fridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now that you know you can buy it so cheap.
Yeah,
It might
I
be worth it.
just, I just worry that would I use it all up before it got moldy. But then on the other hand, sometimes I'll reach for my head of garlic and it'll all be dried out.
Oh, well, it's in that brine, so it does keep for quite a bit.
Okay, I'm getting some.
I
I am
actually,
absolutely going to get some.
that little jar that we were using, I found at the back of the fridge. It had been there for a couple months.
Should I have tasted it for
It,
soundness?
it's in brine. How is it going to mold?
Right, and the same with pepperoni. I mean, what do you mean it's out of date? It's dry meat. It's cured. It was fine. I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, well, I'm glad.
That would be awful. Death by pizza.
Oh, well, I don't know. Would it be awful?
No, no. Now that you mention it, and I could go live in that purgatory, driving around. But
Oh,
you know what? My luck, I wouldn't have any. But I'd be the guy that was, trying to fix the cars, all busted up. Why
yeah.
was that guy in a hot tub if he was all busted up like
I
that?
don't know. Maybe that happened post-mortem.
How do you break your arm and your leg when they're trying to do resuscitation? Maybe his wife pulled him out of the hot tub and beat the shit out of him.
He's a big guy, so maybe, stuff could get dislocated, but it was wrapped up like it was broken. So
Yes.
I was, his arms.
Yes.
So I don't know.
I don't know either.
Or maybe it got slammed in a ambulance door. That would hurt pretty bad.
I didn't quite understand that part of it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
me either. And why would you? What were they doing in that hot tub when there was so much blood? What did they cut open?
It must have been their wrist. Or maybe a femoral artery down here in the groin.
Oh,
That's
I don't know, but there was an awful lot of blood bubbling up in that hot tub.
yeah, well, there's 2 people in there. And
Oh, yeah.
what's your body have 9 pints of blood?
9, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of blood.
Well, yeah, mixed with a hot tub full of hot tub,
Yeah.
So, oh, okay. I don't, that's going out in style.
I mean, I love a hot tub.
Yes.
I don't want to be in like public hot tubs, and I don't want to like go to people's houses and be in hot tubs. But boy, if I had my own, I'd enjoy it.
Okay.
I also love a sauna.
Oh, I do too. Remember we used to go to the rec center at UT
and just
and
sit
go
in the
sauna room?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, I love a sauna.
That's
Just having a schwitz.
yeah. I don't even know why because I don't like really hot and I don't like sweating, but it wasn't the same. It was pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That felt good. Like
I know.
therapeutic.
You can get those in your bathroom.
Yeah.
You can get a steam shower.
I mean, you can like retrofit rooms to be saunas.
A sauna, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, but
I kind of want to do it.
what you haven't got enough room in this house to put one in the hallway.
And I'll just buy a new house. I get
Alrighty.
offers all the time in my email. And
Why?
I also got a text the other day like, hey, we're interested in making an offer on your property. Do you own property? Do you know somebody who does? I'm just like,
Hey, what?
I'm like, you're soliciting me. You should know.
Yeah, and it's all public record.
I don't know. I was just like, okay.
I know, I get those from like realtors. You're looking to sell your house. We just sold 3 houses on your block. Nope, not real willing to sell my house.
That's Justin's dad. He has the house that he shared with his wife that he passed.
Yeah.
And he's got the trailer that his grandma had, but when she passed.
Right.
And so he's like trying to fix the trailer up to get it market ready. And he's just like, you guys could live here, sell your house, and then, find a new one. And that's fine with me. You just have to pay the lot rent and utilities. And I'm just like, it's not that I'm not above living in a trailer, because I'm not, but also I have a big house and I'm, boxed in.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine being in a much smaller space with the
Right.
amount of bullshit that we have.
You would have to box this all up and put it in a storage unit.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get this into a 2-bedroom trailer.
No.
No, they don't call them trailers. Mobile homes.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But his dad was saying, and they've got some new ones that have been put into the part that the mobile home is in. And some of these, like,
They're not.
big, fancy, new, double-wide trailers.
Yeah, they're probably not trailers. They're probably module homes.
I don't know, but he said that they're going for astronomical amounts of money.
Yes.
And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
It's-
Buy a house for that.
Well, not everybody's interested in all of that's involved with a house.
But owning a modular home, a trailer home, you still have to do the repairs.
Yes.
Roof damage happens, windows get broken. All of that stuff is,
Still,
your responsibility.
yes, I agree,
And
but
if you have a lawn, you're responsible for keeping it tidy,
well, yes.
you know.
Of course, I am that neighbor in my neighborhood.
And I can't imagine that, like, lot fees would be less than property taxes,
Correct. I would think
because you're
that
paying
would
that
be
every month.
right. I would imagine that would probably be more
Yeah, it's up
than
to
what.
like at least $400 a month, I think
Holy
he said.
cow!
So, 400 times 12, that's 480.
That's 4,000.
Yeah, $4,800.
Yeah, I don't pay that much property tax.
No, I don't either.
Holy cow! You think you'd have to live in a mansion to pay that much kind of property tax?
I think Julie does. I think we looked it up, and mine was about half of hers.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I pay what I pay, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's the cost of living.
Yeah.
It's just, everybody's talking about the groceries and the meat and the stuff. And you know what? I am a carnivore. I'm going to continue to eat meat. I mean, it doesn't, I don't, when I go to the grocery store, I buy the things that I usually eat.
Right. And we don't usually do a big shop, but Justin did do a big shop for us for, in preparation of Armageddon.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, he's just like, hey. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I kind of think this is better to do, one big shot instead of 5 little shots and then going out 3 nights a week.
Yes, yes.
I mean, now we have 3 food options every day.
Right. And there's ways to make getting dinner on the table after work easier.
Oh, absolutely. I don't make anything complicated on weeknights.
Right.
I do that. I save that for my weekend cooking.
Right.
But a pot of spaghetti, a bowl of, a pot of chili, none of that stuff is backbreaking labor. You
No.
can make that afterward.
Right. And as far as the cost of meat, everything is going up. They're talking about inflation. I don't think it has so much to do with inflation right now as the fact that the system to deliver everything everywhere is broken.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really even eat meat that comes from the United States.
No.
And I think the transportation is just so broken that that's what's causing prices to go up.
Right. Like our pork supply comes from the UK.
Yeah.
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 Like we don't have pigs here.
No. Well, we do, but they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that makes sense. We've got to buy us a freezer and find somebody here that has meat and poultry and, the whole shebang that we can get that local.
At House of Meats, at certain times of the year,
they sell a cow?
Yeah, you can order whole cow, half cow.
Okay.
X amount of meat.
Yeah, but where's that coming from?
I don't know.
But
I mean, it's not, and I've looked at it, it's not egregiously priced.
No, yes, I know. That's why I said that's something that maybe we should look into for all of our families.
Yeah.
Buy a cow and buy a pig and get somebody who will sell us chickens on a regular basis. And
yeah, but I need all that shit clean and like.
Yeah, you know what? If it goes back to they don't have a store to sell me a piece of meat.
Yep.
I will go out there and eat your evergreen tree because I understand where my meat comes from. I understand it's an animal and they kill it and
I know how the sausage is made.
I do too.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that.
No, there's an Iron Chef channel on Pluto. I've been watching the crap out of it. And the challenge that I watched like yesterday, one of the challenges I watched was duck. And and the ducks still had their heads attached, but they had been plucked. They were very clean looking, but
isn't that in some cultures that the duck stays with its head?
I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure there's some culturally sound reason for it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But they had got 2 full ducks apiece.
Wow,
and they had to make their little dinners with it.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of those Iron Chef shows and other chef shows like that because when they pull out that fish and start carving on it, I have to turn the channel off.
Yeah, I
I can't watch it.
I don't. The fish aren't as bad as the fowl. There was one
Oh,
episode that I watched yesterday that it was Chinese cuisine,
bah.
and the challenger was butchering up like a black chicken.
Oh, my.
It was, they call it something, and now it's not even in my mind, but it was a black chicken,
Yeah.
and
I don't
yeah,
want to even think about it.
it was rough.
Yeah.
But the knife he was using, Jesus Christ, I kind of want one.
Yeah.
I would chop every finger on my hand off.
Yes. A boning knife, probably.
No, it was like one of those big, thick, square meat cleavers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like
Oh,
blade on
my.
a stick. Yeah,
Okay.
it was
No.
pretty cool.
I would starve to death because I could not do that.
Yeah, no, I like watching those prepper shows too, but when they start showing their kids how to slaughter animals, I'm
Yeah,
just like,
no.
"Ugh."
Then once you cut the chicken's head off, you got to put it in the boiling water so you get the feathers off of it. No, thank you.
Yeah, no,
Nope, I will starve to death.
yeah,
I will eat the pine tree. Oh,
you're not gonna go fish.
couldn't clean it.
Well, scraping the scales off isn't bad.
But then you have to gut it, and just thinking about it's making me a little nauseous.
Oh, deboning it.
No, deboning it's not. I bought fish at the store and then deboned it, but it doesn't have any of its guts left in it. Ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
So no, I would, yeah, no, I can't do that.
Also, I'm just so goddamn picky. I want chocolate, and I want potato chips, and I don't want lettuce.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't like peppers. They make me burp, and it hurts, and I don't like it.
I understand.
And I don't like cucumbers. They're gross.
I don't understand that.
And
Everybody eats cucumbers.
And I like onion for flavor, but I don't want to eat a giant piece of onion.
I understand. I don't know why you're like that because I don't cook like that. But whatever. You're an adult now, so
Yeah.
you can eat the way you choose.
I made an enchilada for Justin the other night.
Oh, yummy.
Oh my god, it was a compromise meal. I kind of wanted tacos and he wanted something else. And she's like, "Oh, but how about you make one of those?" And I said, "I will do that for you."
Yes.
And I put like extra seasoning in the meat, so it was like a little spicier than usual.
Nice.
Oh, wonderful.
And we are very lazy people. We do not roll our enchiladas.
Oh god, no.
We make it like a lasagna.
Yeah, absolutely.
A stack of it. Oh, my, it is equally as good as the roll.
Yeah.
And takes 5 minutes to put together.
Oh, yeah. It took me longer to cut the meat out of the tube.
Yes.
Justin had to buy tubes of meat.
Hamburger?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because that was like all that was up. But you know what? It was good.
Yeah.
It did not taste bad.
Because
It fried up nice.
he probably got the sirloin then.
Yeah, it was
good
like the
stuff.
90-10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't kill an animal and eat it. And
No.
I understand where my food comes from and
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yep, I've made peace with that.
Yep, I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with going to work every day to make a living because I have to make a living to support myself. And, I've made a lot of compromises in my life.
Yeah. I know.
I like to have a house, so I'll go to work.
Yeah. That's, I don't need to work as much as I do, but I work as much as I do because I like the money I'm making. Because I like nice things. I like to be able to, pay my bills, but
Yeah.
also have nice things.
And we spent too many years not being able to do that. So
yeah.
life is good now.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. Because it all could change in a
Yeah.
heartbeat.
Now that we're talking about it, it's going to go away.
I hope not, because, we've worked really hard to get where we are.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everything I have.
Yeah.
So I hope it doesn't go away.
Oh god. Yeah, it would be awful. Then I might just kill myself.
But that if we could live in purgatory like that, it would be okay.
I don't know, man. I guess that's like living in prison. Just being bored as shit all day, going from one place to another.
Well, it'd be okay.
I don't want to go to prison though.
No, not at all. Okay, then maybe.
I just can't be bored all day.
Well, they were reading and they were, doing stuff. I mean, it's not like they were.
Did you catch the title of the book that Zio was reading?
Something about it was a woman's book.
Eve, a woman without scars.
Yes, that is correct. I thought, all right.
It's funny. I get it.
But sometimes we just read whatever's there and we read it.
Yeah.
Because we're bored. Well, I don't know. I thought it was a lovely story, and I think it's another movie that I was not looking forward to that turned out to be okay.
It was. It's a sweet movie.
Yes.
The topic is a bit dark.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's a cute movie, and I don't think it in any way glamorized suicide.
No, not at all.
Especially making purgatory so boring.
Yes, yes. And just the fact that it was someone else's story.
Yeah.
I read about how this director, Goran Dukic, he wanted this so bad that he wrote the movie so he could show the author. And you know what? I don't think I wrote. Oh, that Edgar. Yeah, he wrote the movie so that the author could see it, and then that's how he got the rights to this story.
Oh, okay.
Because he went after this, and the author said, absolutely not. I'd have to see the whole movie before because there's people in France and different places, important people that want to make this movie.
Really?
Yes, it was quite interesting and he really had a vision for this, that he sat down and wrote the screenplay so that he could show it to him and get the rights to this movie.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So I thought, wow, he really had a vision for this, and he wanted to do it.
And I think that it turned out really well.
Yes.
I think that if it were more stylized, more slick, it wouldn't have been as good.
Right.
And then it would be teetering on that glamorization of suicide that media really, will lambast somebody over.
Yes, I could see that. That's interesting. And just the fact that it's just kind of not popular. You'd think that people would want to, but it wasn't. I don't know. This was just an unusual movie that I can't put my finger on.
Yeah. I think it was nice.
Yeah. And again, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I wanted to do something kind of cutesy because Valentine's Day is coming up. Also, we talked about our next movie.
Yes.
That we're going to do, whenever you get more time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweetback's Badass Song.
Yes.
It's one of the first blaxploitation movies, Melvin Van Peebles. It is February. It is Black History Month here in the U.S.
Yes.
And I think that a movie that really started a movement in the culture, I think, is
appropriate.
Yeah.
I do too. I've heard a lot about this on PBS. It had its anniversary, and Mario Van Peebles has come out with something.
I think there was kind of like a
sequel-ish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was exactly a sequel, as I recall, but it was
maybe a continuation,
maybe
something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
I remember hearing about it. I didn't look into it, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but Melvin Van Peebles, Mario Van Peebles, he's a good-looking man. He's still a good-looking man.
Yes. So I've been hearing about it, and even having lived through the 70s, I have never seen this movie, so I think that it would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it does kind of fit into our cult classic.
It does. It does, because like I said, it has been remade, and and all of that stuff, and people still talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
I did add some more movies to my list.
Me too.
Oh, good. Do you have your list?
I do.
Let me
Since I was neglectful and did not bring it last week.
Okay.
And you're going to laugh your head off when you hear some of these that I've said. Okay. I had already mentioned to you about 9 to 5.
Oh, I love 9 to 5.
That's a movie that women rock.
Yeah.
We put up with so much.
Still love.
Yeah, and that's about the best.
All of the complaints they had in that movie, made in 1980?
Yeah.
We still have today in 2022.
Yep.
Shame on all of you.
Yes. The movie As Good as It Gets. That was another grandpa movie. Loved this.
It's not one of my favorites.
Okay.
Also, I think that kind of falls into like regular classics, not really culty.
Oh, you're right.
That's more of a mainstream thing.
Okay. Blues Brothers.
I have that on my list.
That's just a fun movie.
It really is. And the music. Yeah. The music is timeless.
And this is one of my laugh your ass off movies. Dude, where's my car? I have seen that several times.
Oh my God.
What's my tattoo say? Dude. No. What's it say? Dude. It's just so stupid that, some days you're like that. Some days it's like that. And
it's still quotable.
Yes.
I tell Justin that all the time. He'll say something and I'll just be like, well, do you want this? And he's just like, yeah. And I'm like, I know your body.
And the last one, this one I just put on there here recently, Major Pain.
Oh, I love Major Pain.
I know. I mean, I don't know if it's a cult movie yet, but everybody has seen Major Pain.
Benson, they're not doing the robot anymore.
It's just a fun, nice movie.
Yeah, I added Napoleon Dynamite since you said you had never seen that.
I have never seen that.
There is a llama in it.
Well, then we're watching it.
Office Space.
I've never seen that.
That's one of the ultimate cult classics.
You are in love with those.
It's so fun. It's hilarious, but it's also like kind of that heart-wrenching relatability.
Yes.
But you are screaming with laughter, but you also want to cry a lot.
Okay.
A list I were looking at said that The Wiz is something that people should be watching.
Oh.
The Wizard of Oz retelling with an all-black cast.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind.
Wasn't Diana Ross?
And Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that's not one I've ever seen.
No. So that would be a new watch for both of us.
Yeah.
This is Spinal Tap. Have you ever seen that?
No, only the knockoffs on skits and stuff from Saturday night.
Oh my goodness. It's something to see.
Howard Hessman was in that movie, right?
No, it's been a while since I can see Fran Drescher clearly.
And that only came to my mind because Howard Hessman
recently passed
week.
away.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched an Ed Wood movie?
No.
Oh, okay. They're terrible, and I think they're intentionally terrible. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
All right. Well, no, that's not all bad.
No.
I'm looking to see if Howard Hessman is truly in that movie.
Okay. I added They Live. That's another Carpenter movie. It's pretty good. One of Justin's favorites.
He's in that movie. Spinal Tap.
I think at Halloween time I saw this and I had forgotten about it. It's a movie called Ravenous.
Okay.
It kind of is in the same period as the Donner Party.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't directly relate to it, but it has a bit like it, and it's a good movie. It's a bit scary, a little bit. Not scary, just kind of maybe a little intense here and there. Okay. But not, you're gonna go to bed at night, not need the light on.
Okay.
The movie Cube, now this is kind of a psychological thing. They're stuck in a box and then they gotta get out. They gotta find clues in the box to get into the next box, to get into the next box.
Oh.
And they have to figure out how to play the game to get out of the game.
Oh.
And it's kind of good, and it's 6 people stuck in a room together and everybody's a chief and nobody's an Indian.
Right. And will we be sitting here? Go to the left!
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
My way is the best way. But my way is the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So a lot of that.
Have you been to work lately? Isn't everybody in charge?
Oh,
everybody
don't get me started.
But the guy that's in charge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The least qualified people are the people that think they're in charge.
Right.
I could name names, but I'm not going to.
Nah. Who cares?
Another Halloween-y type movie. Another couple Halloween-y type movies, and I've talked about Black Sunday a million times.
You have?
We will watch that.
Okay.
The Prophecy with Christopher Walken.
Ooh.
And Viggo Mortensen as the devil.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you ever seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane?
Never.
I've seen parts of it.
I believe I read the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Joan Crawford and Betty Davis.
Yeah.
They hate each other.
Yeah.
And they play enemies so well.
Yep. Okay. Golly, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah. And apparently during filming of that, there was one point where one of the women had to drag the other, and the other had put like lead pieces in her garments. So she'd be weighed down.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
And Betty Davis had a Pepsi machine installed or it was Pepsi or Coke, and she had a vending machine put in front of Joan Crawford's door of the opposite soda company
that
she favored. I think that she had interest in Pepsi, so I think it was supposed to be. I think it was a Coke machine.
Okay.
Yeah. Because one of her husbands had interest in PepsiCo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then there's a movie called Bubba Hotep. It's kind of fun. There's some little, sketchy moments, but it's about a guy in a nursing home that says he's Elvis, and nobody believes him. But is he Elvis? Is he not? Nobody knows. So,
okay.
And it's got Bruce Campbell in it, so it is kind of fun. Bruce Campbell's kind of funny.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm up for any of it.
Yeah.
Why not?
What are we having with Sweet Sweetback's badass song?
Well, I stupid white person me would think they're eating soul type food.
I hear sweetback, and I hear, like, first my brain goes to sweetbread, which is brains, which I don't want to eat.
No.
And then I think about baby back, which are ribs.
Right.
Which, again, I'm not really a pork fan, so.
Right. But there's plenty of other, I'm sure we could find some catfish bites. Oh, maybe I could make a pot of greens. I have, that's something I haven't done in about 25 years is made a pot of greens. You like greens?
I don't like wet
Oh,
lettuce.
okay. Never mind then.
If it just gave me dry mixed greens, I would eat the crap out of it. But cooked up, no.
Okay, never mind
No.
that.
Justin might enjoy it, though.
Oh, my. I love greens.
He had greens in the Navy, and it was all that institutional food, so,
I like
obviously they weren't good.
Yeah, but you know what? Homemade they are, and I like grits.
Love grits.
We could have, but see, I don't know. I don't know if there's any food associated with that movie. I've never seen it. Neither one of us have seen it, so it's kind of hard to do a themed meal.
But I guess soul food would be kind of, yeah. And there's a fish market on Telegraph that has
catfish bites.
Yeah.
I really like catfish bites. I could force myself to have some black-eyed peas. Not my favorite, but we could have some, we could just
what about like red beans and rice?
That's Cajun, but I love red beans and rice. There's another thing I haven't made in a very long time.
Gotta have some cornbread.
I love cornbread. I had cornbread for dinner the other night.
I
got a box of Jiffy and made that.
Oh.
And just had 2 big giant hunks of cornbread for dinner.
That guy that does the food reaction videos that Ellen globbed onto, he's so funny. But he was watching one where they made like 4 different cornbreads, and they're doing all this stupid shit with cornbread. And he's just like, "How y'all gonna gentrify cornbread?" And it was just so funny.
Well, I really only like the Jiffy cornbread, the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
My grandma, who came from Alabama, only made the white cornbread, and she made it in a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
And it was delicious, but it can't touch a Jiffy mix.
Yeah.
I just really, really like a Jiffy mix.
And, people eat it so many different ways. Like, we're butter fans.
Yep.
Anytime Justin's grandma would make it when we'd go to her house for dinner, she put syrup on it for the cornbread.
Oh, my. Wouldn't that be delicious?
Oh, it's awesome. Of course it's awesome.
Wow. I have never heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah. A girl at work made spoon bread for a potluck, which is cornbread with creamed corn mixed in.
Yeah.
And a little bit of cayenne pepper. It had a bite to it.
That's more a native type American food.
Yeah.
Spoon bread would be. Oh my.
But it was really good. And I don't like creamed corn. I don't like the look of creamed
No.
corn. I don't like the smell of it.
I've tried that recipe where you make the Jiffy mix and the can of creamed corn, and not my favorite, but I
think that if you have your mouth set for a piece of cornbread and then get spoon bread, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But going into it, I was just like, I don't know what this means. And she was explaining it, and I'm like, so like chunky cornbread? And she's just like, yeah, I guess. And
don't people put jalapenos in that recipe?
Oh, well, I don't know. She had cayenne pepper in it.
Okay.
So it was hot, but I don't see why you couldn't put jalapenos in it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat it then, but I don't like jalapenos. I don't like the flavor. I don't like.
They always taste green to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they always taste green. Like they're not quite ripe or something. They're green.
And I have a problem with heat, not because I'm super white and don't know a lot about seasonings, but I've had some extensive dental work done.
Oh.
And the roof of my mouth really doesn't see daylight very often. So if spice gets up
on there, it's a bad thing?
It burns like fire.
Okay. All right. Well, that wouldn't be good. But
no.
I think we can look into some stuff and find ourselves some, whatever. Well, I don't know. They're in Los Angeles. I mean, would they have been eating?
Of course.
Soul food?
Eat soul food all over the place.
All right.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. You have anything else to say about the movie?
No, I enjoyed it. This is another movie that I would watch again, probably. If it were on, I think I would watch it.
Well, I do have something to say. I do have the number for the National Suicide Hotline Prevention Hotline.
Excellent.
Because suicide is not a new thing. It's not going away.
No.
And it's happening more and more younger and younger.
Younger and younger, yes.
And mental health in the U.S. is a goddamn joke.
Yeah, sad. It's
pathetic.
sadly,
For a first world nation, we are last in mental health care for everybody. Children, adults, veterans, old people.
Yes.
It is non-existent. So if you are in crisis, please reach out to somebody. Somebody does care about you. You are worth it.
Yes.
And the phone number to reach the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255.
Please use it.
Yes. There are other options.
Yes.
There's always another option.
Yes. Absolutely.
And if somebody hasn't told you lately, I love you.
I love you too.
And we love you, and we thank you for listening. This has been Movies with My Mother.